Okay. Hello. Hello.
Well, hello, John.
What's up?
Hello, hello.
You guys turning on your webcams or what are we doing? I'm kind of going on the fly with this dude. I just,
Honestly, I just finished
Well,
watching the Adesanya fight, so I also just got here.
and no one. You didn't really tell me if like you wanted me to set up my HD webcam.
dude,
So I
it's
didn't do
fine.
that.
It doesn't have to be HD, but I'm gonna put the Discord bubbles on real quick, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna just throw some pictures. I mean, do you mind if I post pictures of you guys on
Go
my
ahead,
stream?
go ahead, go
Okay,
ahead. I know. Let's say.
I'm gonna just use that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go
okay.
ahead.
I'm gonna just use your pictures as they're just like as a place in, so people know how you guys look
Yeah.
like. But right now it's just a setup process, which is unfortunate. Sorry, my bad though. It's kind of my fault. I was just like, oh, we're just gonna talk, but but it's probably.
Nah. It's all good. It's all good. One day this is gonna be the next big thing, bro. You should turn this into a podcast.
I mean, it's kind of like a podcast, but not to that certain extent when we got like expensive mics or anything. But it's good enough.
Dude, that's what everyone's doing now. It's just like people get together and they're like, "Oh wow, we think we're hot stuff." So let's
Dude,
start
we're
a
hot
podcast.
stuff, dude. You gotta have that confidence, dude. You gotta be built different,
We're just,
I'm just kidding. I'm just trolling. Not really, but wait, which room are we in? I'm not too sure. I made this voice living room. Okay.
Where? Yeah.
I
we're in
took the
living room.
templates from I took the templates from like an online Reddit forum. So newest Discord server. Hamza's supposed to be here, but I guess he's not here.
Yeah, is that why the plaza holds 69 people? Clearly, you got it from Reddit.
Yeah.
Hey, all I gotta say is this couch you got in the living room is real comfortable.
Not to roast Hamza, but unfortunately he's on a league game right now.
He
so.
is, dude. Come on, dude.
Yeah.
This guy.
Dude,
It's
hey,
fine.
Yo, don't worry. That
It's
guy
cool.
has
He
no
can join in
commitment.
whenever. It's not a big deal. But
That's what we said about when we were watching the movie.
yeah.
Came in. What the heck are you watching? Equalizer? I'm freaking mad.
Yeah, but he fell asleep in it though. I don't understand, dude.
Yeah, within like 10 minutes, I think, right? He fell asleep.
Yeah. Which is like, okay, why are you still mad? No, I was kidding. Okay, it's gonna take a while to set up, but yeah, as they know me, I am John. You guys want to introduce yourselves? Just take your turn. Maybe I don't know how much private information you're willing to give out, but please do. I'm setting up the pictures right now, so yeah, just take your time introducing yourselves. And by all means, if you want to go talk longer, go ahead.
Okay. My name is Luis. I've been John's friend for a while, since high school.
Yeah, this is Luis on the screen right now. So
Yeah, and I mean, oh yeah, that's my dog. It's my dog Luna. She's a Chihuahua and a Shiba Inu mix. She's a complete chicken. She just barks a lot. She's all bark, but at the end of the day, she's just a big chicken. Anyways, I don't know why I started talking about my dog. That's my dog. And yeah, about myself, I don't know if I have any specific qualifications in computer science major. I code. That's about it. I run a
yeah,
lot.
he codes. He's a beast. If you're hiring, if you need a front end software engineer or something like that, please hit this. Yeah. He's built different.
Yeah,
That's
the
why he's
plug.
on this podcast for a
The plug.
reason.
I appreciate that. See, this is why I'm friends with John. But,
That's nice. That's a nice thing to say. Reason why you're friends with me.
Yeah, nah.
I'm just kidding.
It makes it sound like I'm just using you, bro. Nah.
I heard it was the only reason why, right?
Okay. This photo of Jason is with my brother. It's
Awesome.
not me, by the way. This is my brother.
Dude, it's a picture of me and John, dude.
No,
Look.
it's
Dude,
not
it's
me.
John.
This
You
is
look
my
great in
brother.
that
I
photo,
just
bro.
freaking just got the photo right now. I don't remember taking a picture with him on graduation, but I think we took a group photo. But yeah, this is a good photo from high school. So yes, so Jason is the guy on the right. As you know, the guy on the left is my brother. If you were there for their water stream, but yeah, so this is our newest segment of Typical Tangents. Jason, would you want to introduce yourself? Any way possible?
Oh yeah. So I'm Jason. I've known John since middle school, actually, right? Yeah.
Yeah, middle school. It's been a while.
Yeah.
7th grade, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I first talked to you when Josh and my brother threw you into a trash can.
Was
with
it
your brother.
was it me? I got thrown in the trash can, or
I don't know if it was you or your
I don't think it
brother,
was
but you guys
me,
were both
because you know me, I'm a cool guy. You know, me getting thrown in the trash can. No bullying. I'm a PSA. Bullying is not cool, so don't do that. But he was probably my brother, by the way. But
Yeah, we
Yeah,
don't
your brother was an
we don't
ass.
condone we don't condone bullying. True.
yeah. So yeah, but
Yeah.
keep going. Is that it? Or are we just gonna?
No,
Oh yeah, I
was
mean,
just-
I don't know
Sorry,
what
my
else to say.
bad. Go on.
No, you're good. Yeah, I don't have a dog to talk about, so.
Okay, go. Yeah, as you know me, I am John. I've known these guys for a while now. It's been we were part of a group called the Flamingos. Well, it's been when did it started? Like sophomore year of high school, which was 7 years now. I think 7 years, right? I'm not too sure. 8, maybe even 8. I'm not too sure.
It's 8 years.
8 years of running. It's a group of friends.
Has it actually?
Yeah, it's been 8
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
It's pretty
8 years,
crazy.
man.
It's a group of friends we known each other from sophomore year of high school. We just kind of all met up in somewhat in one class, and a few mutual friends meet up and started meeting each other, and we did common sports like track and field, basketball, stuff
that's
like that.
That's a lot more tame than I remember. Didn't we get into like a food fight or something?
I didn't come in
Alright,
on the
alright.
food fight
Well,
portion.
Jason,
but-
explain.
I can explain that.
Yeah, Jason, explain.
All right, so basically, we all knew each other, and we would go back and forth between a certain part of the school to where like you guys hung out. In our normal spot, though, one of our friends got into a food fight with some ROTC members,
What the?
and then for like a whole week straight, they would like constantly be throwing like food towards our table. So all of us just got up and like went over to that group, and then the rest was history. Honestly, though, it all started with the World History AP.
Yeah, I would say the same. I was in that class. Failed that. Didn't do so well in that class. Got a 2 on the AP exam. Let's not talk about it. But
Hey, don't worry, I did really bad too.
yeah.
It's the effort that counts.
It's the effort that counts. And you know, without that class today, who knows? We might have not been friends till now, to be honest. I'll be completely honest. That's probably true in some sentiment. But yeah, so let's go on with our let's moving on. We're supposed to have another guest on the show. If you didn't know who he is, his name is Hamza, one of my closer friends within the group, I'll be honest. And unfortunately, he's not here because we all kind of know we got a running joke with him. He's always lagging. So I don't even know if he's going to... Yeah, we call him a
Never
clown.
on
So
time.
yeah.
You know what?
He'll be here in an hour.
This gets me upset because he told me we were gonna get burritos on what was it? I think it was yesterday, right? Then we played the scary game. He told me, hey, 7:30, I'm gonna be at the burrito place. Okay, I get there 7:30. Right? He doesn't show up. You know, I usually give him like 10-15 minutes, and then I call him. I'm like, hey, yo, where you at? You a little bit late. He's like, oh, I went to go get Panda for my brother. And I thought, oh, in my head, I was like, oh, he's pretty close by because there's a Pan Express right here
Yeah.
on Branham and what is it, Snell? Right, so I'm like, oh, he's not too far away from the burrito place, like maybe another 10 minutes. 10 minutes pass by, I call him. He's like, oh, no, it's not that Panda Express. It's one that's really far away. And he was like by Fremont or something. And I'm like, bruh, why am I here? What, you say 7:30? Anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, so you guys got any first topics? Because I'm kind of, it's supposed to be a tangent. We're supposed to come up with something. But Wait, did you get any questions? You got any ideas when I was like streaming? Any?
I'm gonna be honest, John. I know I told you I was gonna think of something,
Uh-huh.
but the Adesanya fight happened, right? So I hella forgot.
Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Who won though? Who won that fight? To be honest.
Oh, okay. So Adesanya actually lost his first fight.
Okay, very interesting. Oh, okay. Well, we're not gonna. Okay, damn, that sucks. So our first topic, a controversial topic, internet's toughest questions. Okay, so these questions I'm gonna ask. I want to hear your reasoning thoroughly on the spot. But there are gonna be some troll questions. People in the chat, if you have any answers, please do type in the chat. Will do would be pretty cool. So my first question is, would you rather have all farts be silent but extremely deadly, or all farts be harmless but extremely loud? Give your takes on it. Whoever has the thoughts, straight up thought process on which. So if you want me to repeat the question, would be cool. But those are you have the choice. Only two choices. So silent but deadly farts, or loud but not deadly. So let's choose between those two. Give you a few seconds to think about it. So,
Well, personally, I would probably choose silent but deadly, mainly because I would find it humorous to blame others.
Yeah.
And I feel like that would be easy for me just point it out, and it'd just be like a big
Okay. Let me rephrase.
Among Us game, bro.
Let me
just gotta point out who's sus.
Okay. Let me get right into it. Like let me add a little more into the question. Like deadly as in killing someone. There we go.
As in like
if you fart, they could die.
Oh, is that bad?
Yeah, is that bad? I mean, these questions are supposed to be.
I thought you meant it just smelled really bad.
It just.
Oh, now okay, that's a whole difference. That's a whole.
Yeah.
So I mean, what kind of question is this?
I don't know. I searched the internet's hardest questions to answer, so it's probably
a hard question. I mean, okay. I mean, now that's a whole different situation, because if I'm like hella gassy and then it's just silent and then people just drop down, and that's bad. So I would just go with the not deadly but loud, because then I could just.
It's so loud, like everyone within a 1 mile radius can hear.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, at that point, I think that would be kind of funny and a running gag. So
yeah,
I don't wish to like just randomly kill people and just like on the street, can't hold it in, but it's silent and then just freaking.
Dude, so Jordan.
No, you can use this like Death Note kind of thing,
Yeah, you're like, yo, you messed with me, bro, you messed up.
So it's like invisible, smelly justice. You just go around, you just like keeping notes of like people who commit crimes, and you just go right next to them, say hello, and then they just die.
Yeah. So Jordan in the chat was I'd rather be known as a guy who farted rather than the murderer, which is fair.
I would agree with that.
Jason, you got any input on that, or on this question?
I think. Well, I mean, even if it wasn't the deadly part, I think I still would have went with the louder one.
Okay.
More just the fact that it's like, it's a lot better to have a fart that doesn't smell, in my opinion. Rather than a fart that does. I think it's just a lot easier to get by.
That's true. That does make sense. Well, I want to play devil's advocate on this one and give my input. What if I am the guy that rather have a silent but extremely deadly fart? I think it's kind of messed up, right? But then again, how I think about this question is very hypothetical, right? So, in this sense, I would probably, be constipated most of the time. Don't want to say that out loud, but and then when the time comes, if someone's pissing me off the other day or something, they're just gonna get it. No remorse.
So you have like full control over? or
I mean, if you force yourself to be constipated, you really don't have control over being constipated. Let's be honest. But, uh, yeah.
now you're making it seem like it's like a hidden talent now.
Okay. You're right. I would honestly, I'd be on the other end. I was just trying to play devil's advocate, but I would not. I'd rather not be a murderer. Are you immune? Is someone asked if you're immune? I hope so, because you probably died of your own farts after one fart.
Yeah.
Wouldn't make. I think you're immune to this one.
I would imagine so.
Yeah. So moving on to the next question. Would you rather drink orange juice expecting it to be milk, or drinking milk expecting it to be orange juice? I don't know what's with these questions. I didn't make these up. I searched them up on the internet. So yeah. So anyone gonna take any jabs on this one?
God,
These are some tough questions, y'all.
Is it just like just drinking it, or are we talking about like cereal, right?
Would you rather drink
Ooh.
orange juice? It's just drinking it, I think.
Got it. Okay, honestly, I'd rather expect milk and then drink orange juice, because like I actually don't like milk, like just regular milk.
Yeah.
I think I prefer like almond or oat milk.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I feel like I'm kind of indifferent because like I like orange juice and I also like milk, and I'm trying to think of a situation where I'm like drinking either milk or orange juice,
Mm-hmm.
where like I wouldn't want like one or the other in that specific situation. I think the only time would be like if I'm eating spicy food, like how we were eating that spicy chicken sandwich, right?
Yeah.
And then you go in, you take a big chug of milk, and it's like orange juice, and it's acidic, and it just makes it worse. Like that would be kind of sucky, but
Yeah, that was.
I like both drinks, so I
Um.
wouldn't mind either one.
Yeah, I would say I think I'll stick with I'll go with what Jason's thoughts on. Like I'm a lactose guy. If I drink orange juice and expecting it to be milk, it's not too bad because you're drinking orange juice. So, but if that's not too bad. I probably at least I probably won't use the bathroom later. I don't know why it keeps coming back to the intestines, but it does. I don't know why, but yeah, but I tried. I'm gonna go off on a tangent real quick. But when I was younger, dude, my parents would, or like my grandma, would make me drink both, or my mom as well would make me drink both orange juice and milk at the same time. It's
Why?
I don't know why. They're like, dude, it's the extra vitamin D, and you get your vitamin C's in. I was just like, no, you don't. Why? This tastes so bad. It doesn't even that great, honestly. I think we got one of the questions. So actually, there's another question in the chat. Would you rather never smell again or never taste again?
Well, I mean, both are connected to each other with your loss, your loss of taste.
Yeah.
There's a significant correlation between the two. The odds are that you would also lose your sense of smell. But if you're ignoring that fact, I would actually prefer to not never smell again, right? Because I think taste. I don't know if this is gonna sound weird, but it's like a pleasure, right? Tasting good food, that's like an experience, right?
Yeah.
The smell, I mean, like something could smell really good, but it's like if it's food, it's the taste that matters, right?
Yeah.
And plus, if you never smell again, that also includes like never smelling like bad things, like smelly garbage or smelly farts, I guess. I don't know,
smelly
farts,
dude.
Right, so yeah, definitely, I would rather just not smell again and just always have that sense of taste.
Yeah, as someone that cooks often, I would hate to lose the sense of taste.
Yeah.
So 100%, I would lose my sense of smell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say the same. I think it's a sweep on that one, 3-0 on that one. Same reasoning. Taste good food. It's losing your sense of smell. I mean, it's good in some sense, but sometimes there's a lot of overpowering smells as well. That's not like very enjoyable. So It's probably a plus to lose your smell on that one. Okay, these questions. So okay, switching it up. I got one question to ask. Are you the type of person? What's your opinions on people putting milk first in their cereal, then their cereal? I mean.
I'm actually someone that does put my milk first.
Okay. Okay. Luis, got any opinions on that? Or what side are you on that spectrum? Do you put your cereal in first and then put milk, or do you put your milk in first and then cereal?
So I actually have a very. It's not. I honestly don't really care, but there's actually a very specific reason why I put my cereal first before the milk.
Yeah.
And the reason for that, I mean, jokes aside, is that when you put your cereal first, it's a lot easier to kind of gauge how much cereal you're eating. When you put in the milk first, right? I find it to be a lot harder to look at and say, oh wait, that's a good portion of cereal, or maybe it's like it's either too much or too little. It's kind of hard to tell. So I personally put the cereal first and then the milk.
Yeah.
Also, you put the milk first and then like all the cereal accidentally slips, because sometimes that happens to me. It just comes out in like a rush and you're gonna have the milk splatter everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just it just seems kind of weird putting the milk first.
Yeah, I'm a cereal first guy too. Sorry, Jason.
No, it's okay.
I know you're the minority here.
Personally, I've never spilled my cereal, but
Dude, okay. Well, I feel like you're trying to imply something there. But
hey, I'm gonna just pretend I didn't.
But for me, I mean, I crossed the line before. I poured milk in first. You know, the curiosity gets to you, and you just see how people do. I don't think it's necessarily that controversial. I feel like I can see why people pour milk in first. It's because like when I do it, like when I try, it's like it kind of limits yourself from eating more cereal, you know.
I think that's a good thing though.
Yeah,
portion control.
Yeah, it's like I could see the portion control option, like that way. I could see why, because like once you have a lot of milk, there's not a lot of cereal, because the cereal is gonna float to the top, and then it goes down, and then it's a lot of milk, but maybe the milk to cereal ratio is a little different, but on the other hand, I can understand why like cereal first and then milk makes sense. For me, it does. Just less splashes.
Man, I mean, like if you're gonna enjoy yourself and have a nice bowl of cinnamon toast crunch, man, screw the portions. I'm gonna just pour myself a nice bowl, not care how much it is, put some milk in, call it a day, man. Cereal is enjoyment.
Okay. So is there Jason, on that topic, is there a reason why you do it that way, or is it just
it's 100%. I feel like if I pour the milk second and then I eat all the cereal, or like no matter what, even if you eat all the cereal, I feel like it just makes it easier for me to like think I don't want to like eat another bowl.
Eat another, damn.
Like
okay.
I'm just it's just for me to like control how much like sugar I'm eating when it comes to cereal.
Okay, that makes sense. Portion control, self-control. I see why you mean. I kind of understand what you mean by your remark earlier. It's like, oh, that never happened to me before, because you have self-control. I can see now. Milk first people are built different. They got self-control. Yeah.
I feel like you guys are just like taking turns. I don't know, man. I mean, if you want to go down that route, no.
Okay, I got some other questions. I think I found some better questions. Would you rather have to always say what you were thinking about, or be unable to speak ever again?
Oh, 100% the first one.
Okay. How about you, Luis?
Yeah. I find myself to be a person that just says things, and sometimes it gets me in trouble. It's just like the
want to get into a few
first thought
examples
that comes to my head.
Yeah. You want to get down to any stories of yours personally? I'm pretty sure people would enjoy hearing it.
Well, I don't know. When you put me on the spot like that, it's kind of hard
We can come back to you.
Yeah,
if you want to.
it's
yeah.
cool. But yeah, just go back to your original thought.
Give me some time to
Yeah. Let me give my reasoning.
Uh-huh.
I think because like, is it like you have to say what like is coming off your mind, right?
Yeah.
Is that what this is?
Yeah, that's
I mean,
what.
there's a lot of times where I hold my tongue and then I look back and I'm like, damn, dude, I really wish I said something.
Uh-huh.
So at least this way, it's like gonna force me to like, talk my shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's understandable. I think for me, I kind of like introverted tendencies where I do understand why would you ever want to speak again. I think, but at times I'm on the first part. I would rather speak what I said like in my mind. Like I get into arguments with people and just like, oh, I don't want to say this, but then I feel like I should have said this, and I was just like, okay, well, they never learned, so it's like unfortunate that I didn't say that. So I kind of regret it, like you as well. It's kind of tough.
Yeah, and also it's like, I guess it would help with like being an introvert. It would make you, be more expressive and
Yeah.
be more out there. So at least it helps with that getting off of that introvertedness.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, Luis, you don't have to answer this question if not, but
No, okay. It's just I think I didn't know. Like you wanted like a specific.
no, it's
example.
cool, it's cool.
But I think just like the way that
Uh-huh.
I go about myself, I try to be as truthful as possible and to speak my mind. And I would prefer for it to be like that than never say anything at all. And I also, I mean, I'm thinking about it from a specific example. I think it carries well in like my experiences as an engineer, and then also in college, where we have all these rules of being like a good engineer, following like morals and ethics, right? And I would find myself often in like just working in like a group environment, whether if it was like with other students or even if it's like a potential employer, right? I'm working with other engineers. If I don't see it firsthand, like if I don't agree with something firsthand, I will say so. If I have like a problem, I will say so. I just put it out there out in the air because if you have like one person that's trying to take control of the group, be like, yeah, I think the project should go this way. It's like for example, I had a group project where we had to build what did we build? We built like we were building some software for like a degree audit or something like that.
Yeah.
Like where students can go see if they had all the correct qualifications to get their degree. It's there's like some software project, some software engineering project.
Yeah.
And, it was like one guy was trying to make all the decisions and everyone was like, yeah, idea. And I didn't think it was a good idea.
Yeah.
I think I have a lot of experience programming, so clearly this guy was just talking out of his ass. And we always butted heads for that. But I feel like I would suffer if I was not able to say what's on my mind. So
yeah,
I would just prefer to say what's on my mind, get it out there, and if people disagree with me, I understand. I think it's also a good skill to be civil about it, but yeah, I would suffer if I was just to like not be able to talk anymore.
Dude, yeah, I definitely agree with that. I think when you're speaking your mind in some sort of way, and like in your situation, I feel like it helps like conflict. I mean, it may have like a negative connotation when you think of the word conflict, but I do think it helps people grow or give a different outlook on things. It's definitely like what you did there within your group. Showed that guy what's up, freaking. Hey, this guy once again, he knows his programming, so He knows what's up.
And it's not like I just look for disagreements. It's like, in this specific example, it was building a website.
Yeah.
Right? And building a website, that's like my bread and butter, right? I've been doing that since high school, man. I would build websites for some of my teachers. I would build website. I built a website for Mr. Leal. I built a website for Mr. Gavin.
Yeah.
Right. Like this is something that I've been doing for years. I got the skill set down. Right. So when it came in to that project and we were building a website and he was making some ridiculous recommendations, I was almost offended because it's like, dude, I have so much front end engineering experience and you're here telling me that I'm wrong. You're a clown.
Hey, bro.
Dude, this is... Anyways, I'm just venting. Anyway.
Yeah, dude. But in regarding to that question, you probably have to say that to him in his face, though, if you had the choice. But yeah. Dude, yeah. I think my cousin, he said Stern Sequoia sounding hella smart, dude. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Bro's hella smart. Right? Just let him know.
Thank you.
Okay, here's the second question. Would you rather know how you are going to die or know the exact time you are going to die?
Repeat the question again.
Would you rather know how you're gonna die or the exact time when you die?
The exact time.
So you don't know how you're gonna die, but you just know when you're gonna die. And then the first part of the question is knowing how you're gonna die.
Yeah, I don't fear death.
Okay.
Yeah, I frankly don't care. I mean, there's ways that I would not want to die. Like, I think being burned alive and drowning are some of the worst, the most terrible ways to die. But,
yeah.
We all die eventually, right? Everyone has an end. Everyone's mortal. So, how is like, I don't really care. But if I know when I'm going to, I would try my best to get like as much of the things that I have on like my to do before I die list.
Yeah, so your bucket list basically.
Yeah, like my bucket. There you go, the bucket list. I was like, I was blanking out on that, but yeah, that's what I would do.
Jason, you got any input on this one?
Yeah, I think I agree with Elise here. I think I would rather know like like the time frame I die over knowing how.
Yeah.
Because I guess knowing how you'd be, I feel like you'd be a lot more paranoid. At least like knowing when, you'll be a lot more like, okay, well at least I can like do this much, you know?
Yeah. I mean, these questions are so. I feel like for me, I agree with you guys as well. But I'm just like, these questions feel so one-ended, like either this or that. I feel so easy to answer. Thought these were supposed to be the toughest questions, but yeah, I totally agree. Knowing how you die, though, I mean, I could see why that's the case. Like, what if you knew that you're gonna die of old age, therefore you're gonna die when you're older? You kind of imply that. That's the only time I could see that's kind of useful. But besides that, when you know when you're gonna die, definitely bucket list. Let's say like you die next week or something, and you just freaking go ramble or something, just do a bunch of random stuff, and then you just go chill in your bed or something. On that day. I don't know. Yeah, so let's move on. Would you
side note real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to say I just looked in League. Hamza may or may not have started another game just right now.
Dude, it's fine, dude. Don't. I know he's not gonna come. He just probably forgot. I mean, you could probably message him.
Yeah, true.
Be like, hey, dude, come through, but nah, it's fine. But so would you rather never work again, but you have enough money to live a comfortable life? So let's say you have financial freedom, but you'd never work again a day in your life, or never be able to fall asleep again. You will not suffer. You won't suffer any negative effects from not sleeping. So you don't get baggy eyes. You don't get headaches from not sleeping, stuff like that. You just can't sleep. So those are the two options. These are this one's actually a very interesting question, to be honest.
I think I would choose the no sleeping. Mainly because I'm already running on a couple hours of sleep when I'm working,
Yeah.
and taking like I basically taking this week off and working from home.
Yeah.
I feel like I wasted a lot of time because
Ah,
I wasn't doing anything like productive.
yeah.
At least like if I can go on without sleeping, I can be a lot more productive, especially at night when I love to be like productive.
Uh-huh.
And like, and then I can also be a morning person all at the same time with no side effects. So it's like a win-win because I can be my night person and I can also be a morning person.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Luis, your input on this?
Um,
Mr.
you know, I I have insomnia,
Uh-huh.
right? So that's on top of the fact that like even like uh the 4 years that I was at Santa Clara, it was just a constantly fighting like, oh man, I have so much to do, I should sleep but I can't, and I would spend like consistently like 4 or 5 days or an entire week where I would get like um 3 or 4 hours of sleep, and it gets to you. Yeah. um you do suffer from the lack of sleep, and you can see it. I have like darkness that doesn't go away around my eyes just from the lack of sleep that I've experienced in my life.
Yeah.
So if if you say that you don't sleep but then you don't suffer any of the consequences of
Yeah.
not sleeping, I would actually choose that, because I do enjoy working, and I hate being idle. I will always try to find something to do while
Uh-huh.
I'm awake and be productive. um, yeah, if I want to live a life of luxury, I want it to be on my own accord and say like I worked hard my entire life to get where I am today, and um, so I would prefer to just not worry about sleep without any of the consequences.
I
I think I
think,
would choose.
yeah, that seems pretty reasonable. For me, I'm on the other end. I rather never work again. Um, I would rather just chill, just freaking chill. Just do the streaming life.
Chill.
Sit, just chill. Mad chilling. But I mean, like the reason why I mean, like if you don't ever work again, I feel like the consequences of of having a job and stuff. Um, Yeah, never work and get to sleep. That's the question. That's the point. It's you can never. So someone in the chat said never work and get to sleep. I'm just clarifying. It's more of you never work and you have financial freedom on top of that, but you get to sleep. So how I see it for this question, what's posed as opposed to your guys' viewpoints, is that like, oh, these issues you would have with sleep is probably because maybe like something stressful like work or something. But like for your case, Luis, it's insomnia. I can't I don't know how insomnia works because I never had insomnia, so I can't say much about that. But for me, I would love to dream, just go to sleep, take a nice nap when I need to, when I'm feeling tired, because I have nothing to worry about. Just I'm not gonna work or anything, so I'm just straight chilling. I'm just gonna get on my computer, play my few games, go to sleep, and then just start off the new day, kind of reset my circadian rhythms. Maybe I do face the consequences of sleeping. I get baggy eyes for staying late, but I don't really have to worry about what's going to happen the next day. It's not like I have work, so I'm just like, okay, maybe I'm just losing. The negative effects of sleep for me doesn't outweigh the negative effects of work. So that's my answer for that one.
This is also, I guess, somewhat of a tangent, but another reason why I lack sleep is because I actually get sleep paralysis a lot, and I've actually gone to like sleep professionals and talked to them about it, like, how they put you in a room and you basically try to sleep in there, and there's people that observe you, they
Huh?
observe your breathing, they observe your like when you enter REM, right?
Yeah.
And I get sleep paralysis a lot, and it happens so often that I actually know when it's happening. Most people, they kind of freak out and they don't realize that they're going through sleep paralysis. But sometimes it's kind of scary because you're awake, right? But it's almost as if you're awake in like an alternate reality. It's like not exactly exactly the same as like truly being awake, but you can't move. You can't move. You're stuck, and every time you try to move, you feel like a burning sensation going through your body. And then a lot of the times, uh, you have some like weird visions, like you have like the shadow people that they're like looking at you when
Yeah, that
as
sounds
you're
pretty
laying in
scary.
bed, and it's a terrible experience, and it's something that I've gone through uh, for that's pretty much as long as I can remember. But that's just a tangent relating to sleep, why I don't sleep as much. Just thought that was interesting.
That's fine, dude. This show's called Typical Tangents for a reason. Kind of makes sense. We go off on certain things. Just keep going. So my next question, it's gonna be pertaining to jobs or work still. Would you rather be in your dream job, but earn little money, a little salary, or be in a job you hate, but you make so much money, you make so much bank? Let's say I'll just use like a numeric example. You work your dream job, you make 30K. The job you hate, you make 150K. That drastic of a difference. Which one would you guys choose?
How much was the second one? Sorry, I didn't hear it.
The second one's like 150K, but it's not your dream job. It's the job you hate. And then
the dream job's 30K.
yeah, dream job 30K.
Damn, dude, would I not have to be living in fucking California?
I mean, it's your dream job, bro. I mean, just think about
Dude,
it in a
30K a year,
view.
you're living in a box.
I mean, this.
I mean, it's cool to have a dream job, though. I mean,
Yeah.
where are you gonna live, though? You know?
Yeah. So what's your guys' reasoning on that? Let's say you just
Am I like what would be the reasoning I would hate the job though?
dude, they just like okay, let's
It's
say it's
just
retail, right? You just freaking get slammed by a million Karens at you every day, nagging you constantly on your 8-hour shift. You work 9 to 5, actually 9 to 7 to be exact, because the management sucks. So you're working 9 to 7, maybe even 9 to 9, because they're like, we don't pay overtime. We run 12-hour shifts here. So it's the worst job you ever had. You constantly have to deal with a bunch of Karens.
Got it.
People are
I'm just
asking you.
I'm just thinking about my worst job I've ever had.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I would never go back to that.
Yeah. So like, and then your coworkers hate you. Your boss doesn't like you, but you're just working. You're making bank, 150K a year salary. You're getting paid, but just say everyone hates you. When you step into that job, they hate you. That's just how it is. They make your life horrible as possible. Let's say you're the janitor and stuff, and you're cleaning stuff off the ground. They see you cleaning, they start dumping more stuff on where your spot you're cleaning. So it's something like to that extreme, I would say. It's pretty annoying job, to be honest. So yeah, I'll give into that insight.
Got it. I guess I think I would go with the dream job then. At least I think 30K would be enough to like have roommates at least, you know?
Yeah,
For sure 30K would be enough to like not comfortably live in California, but it's enough, I think.
yeah. Okay, but like let's take California out of the equation and just be like Montana or something.
I'm a
Shit, dude,
big
30K in
proponent.
Montana.
Montana. Actually, Montana's really nice, man. If you've ever seen Montana, beautiful. But I don't know how work is over there, right? But assuming you find a job and it works out, then great. But usually I'm a big proponent of like, if you're gonna work, right, you might as well do something that you like.
Yeah.
Because the moment that you find that something that you really love, you really enjoy doing,
Yeah.
it doesn't become a job anymore, right? It's just like you're getting paid to do something you love. That's great and all, but you also have to take into account like what Jason said, where that maybe I would need some roommates or something, right? The circumstances of your life and where you live, right? 30K in California is kind of a joke.
Yeah.
You're gonna struggle. You're gonna make sacrifices, and it's gonna be tough, right? And I'm sorry to say, 30K in California, you're going to be dependent on others also there helping you out, right?
Yeah.
Um, you're gonna lack the independence, and I think I'm a bit of a realist, so I would say I would take the job um, that pays more,
Yeah.
and then maybe later on move to the job that I love once I kind of get some money going.
Okay.
I don't know. Is that allowed though? Like that's kind of just like.
I feel
Well,
like
there
the
wasn't any
worst
limits in the
job.
question.
Oh yeah, I feel like to this extent though, like this question, it's supposed to be the worst job ever, right?
And you
It's
should
like
have like. Are you supposed to like stick to that job?
I'm not too sure, but it's just a
Got it.
question. But it's like
Yeah.
the job. It's supposed to be like a borderline job where like you would want to quit, but you can't. Right? It's set to that
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
Like you can just stand by it day by day. Yeah, 30K is poverty, but yeah, just it's to that point. Your breaking point is like always at. It's always near the breaking point every day for you. Like you would want to quit, but you can't because you need this money, and then you're just stuck with this job because you hate it. It's like that.
But I mean, the question doesn't say how long
Yeah, it doesn't
you're
say
gonna
how
be in
long.
that job. So I would just stay there and then work for like 2 years and then get out of there.
Yeah. Best job is professional sports, play game you love, and make millions. That's true. That is very true. Professional sports, but that comes with talent, and talent is very rare. In fact, moving on to the next question, though. It's not a job question. We're moving on to another question that's a huge hypothetical. Would you rather have the ability to breathe underwater or the ability to see at night as though it was daytime? So every time you see it's just more. It's just daytime all day. But you can breathe underwater on the other hand, so you can never drown. So basically, it's you can never drown, or you can just see at night. That's basically it.
Yeah. My biggest fear is drowning.
Uh-huh.
So 100% I would want to be able to breathe in water.
Yeah. Okay. Um, Luis.
You know, let me just put out the statistic then, right?
Okay.
More than 80% of the oceans on Earth is unexplored.
Okay.
Okay, right? And how much of water makes up Earth? 70%, right? There's so much unknowns. Like, what if I'm in like the middle of nowhere? I get like abandoned at sea, and I just fall through, and I'm like, I can
no
breathe
space.
underwater, but why would I
It's no
want to be
space. It's just
underwater?
water.
I would rather just be able to see at night. And the ocean scares me. Water scares me. So, yeah, and then I would not like to drown. I would prefer not to.
For me,
Breathing underwater means
yeah.
breathing in space too. No, I don't think it means that.
No, it's just underwater. For me, I think I'd rather see at night. I don't see myself in any situation where I would go into water too often anymore. When I was younger, for sure, I'd probably pick on the other hand, but at night it would be cool. You're just driving; it just looks like daytime. It's just you don't even have to worry.
Yeah.
But I guess the hard thing about that is like, oh, going to sleep now, right? Oh, it's freaking sunny outside. Time to go to sleep. Oh, that's weird. It's freaking 12 a.m. at night. Why is it still sunny? So, actually, that's a hard one for me. Yeah, I'll just stick to the night though, because I don't see myself getting into. There could be situations where breathing underwater would be very useful though, but
Like survival, right?
yeah, survival. But in that case, if that wasn't a factor, or if it wasn't a factor, I would rather see at night. I have a hard time for me personally driving at night. Can't see fireworks. Oh, that's a good one. That's true.
Yeah, you also couldn't be able to see like say you went to like those Christmas things like with hella lights, you wouldn't be able to see any of those lights.
That's so true. That's a good one. Dude, imagine being at a Imagine going to like EDC or something or Coachella at night, bro. It's just daytime the whole time. Don't even see any fireworks. Someone said I would rather breathe underwater in global warming. In global warming, the ice caps will melt. We need to be able to live in water. That's such a troll answer. Okay. Yeah, for sure, I guess. So, let's see. Okay, this is a good one. Would you rather wake up tomorrow with $1 million in your bank account or go back to the age of 5 with all the knowledge you have now?
Go back to the age of 5.
That's okay.
I mean, would everything happen exactly how it happened though?
Yeah, but you're just a 5-year-old, so you have to go through the pains of growing once again. So I think
Who cares? Invest in Tesla, become a billionaire.
Yeah, true.
That's it.
Yeah.
Convince your parents and
Screw that.
like you can turn that $1 million into fucking something else. Nah, fuck the butterfly effect. That shit don't happen here on this
This is
under this
hypothetical.
circumstance.
yeah.
John said everything's gonna happen the same. So yeah.
I mean, yeah. In that case, everything's gonna happen the same. You kind of just know what's gonna happen. Waking up tomorrow with $1 million in my bank account, honestly, the way life goes and stuff, for me, I think living your life is a lesson within self, I can't say the word, but I just feel like waking up tomorrow with $1 million for me in my current situation would be nice. I'll be honest. Going back to age of 5 and buy a lotto, you can't buy a lottery ticket at age of 5, but you can always tell your parents to. So that's true. But going through the pains of growing, I don't know if all the knowledge you have now, do you think you would make more friends when you're growing up? Do you think that when you're repeating back to the age of 5?
Oh yeah. I mean, dude, knowing what I know now
Yeah.
would be so beneficial.
Yeah.
Growing up, right? If I were to like stop at the point where I am right now in my life, right, and then go back to the age of 5, if you had the same mentality, wouldn't you be like super mature
Yeah.
and like responsible,
Yeah.
right? And then on top of the fact that like what's the consequences of making one action, so you know not to do it. I mean that will cause that will then you start going into like, oh okay, well, if you don't do that same action, then you won't get the same outcome, right?
Yeah.
But maybe you can just keep everything the same and make small differences here and there, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, anyways.
Dude, that's
Actually, I don't know anymore though. Now that I think about it, because
Yeah.
like, say like I convinced my parents to like invest in hella shit and we become hella rich, right?
Yeah.
I don't think I would have met you guys then, because I would have probably fucking moved out of my situation in Oak Grove, you know?
Dude, that's what I'm saying. It's like, you kind of like, oh yeah, you make money in the past, like, right? You invest in something, but in that sense, like, would you go out of your way, you just meet someone random, but you know that person, but they don't know you. You're like, hey, dude, I know you from a past life. Like, that's kind of weird. It's like, Luis, you just come up to me for no reason. I don't even know you. You're just like, hey, what's up? I'm like, what?
Hey, what's good, John?
Yeah,
I'm like, wait, who are you, dude?
It's a lot harder to make the friends that I've made if my situation was that drastically different.
Yeah. I feel like you'll be put in situations that they're new to you, right? Just because you have knowledge from the past, there's like infinite possibilities, right, of anything that can happen when you're repeating your life with the knowledge you have. So in that sense, it's just you probably won't ever you either meet me and my impression of you would probably be different or something, or I might just be it's stuff like that would just change. Like the small stuff. But this is a good question though. For me, I would definitely wake up tomorrow with $1 million in my bank and just pay off the mortgage or something and just continue on with my day.
Yeah, that sounds super short term.
Yeah.
Well, I mean you could invest that $1 million. You can
easily lose it.
Yeah, but
True.
I guess the only mystery now is the future, right? You don't know what's gonna happen next. But at least at least you know deep down, like, oh, you know the mistakes you made. You could just live with it. You finally have like some financial freedom, I guess, in that sort of sense. And the friends you have are still your friends the next day, so it's not too bad. I don't think.
Yeah, I think that's what really like hits home is that I would 100% not have the same friends.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even if like I could replay the exact same parts that happen,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't. I would 100% like not work at like Boys and Girls Club and not like meet those friends, and I would not like have taken like World History AP
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
these guys. 100%, I would not have had taken a single AP class because I
Yeah.
would have been like, "Nah, fuck it, I don't need it. I don't need to take any of those classes." And like, if I was like, of course, if we made more money, I feel like people would look at us differently in high
Yeah.
school.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, honestly, I probably wouldn't have wouldn't have taken any AP classes. Like, for me, I would just probably wouldn't take world history as well. Wouldn't have applied to a bunch of colleges, and actually wouldn't care which college I apply to now. Because looking back now, for me, it's just a degree. I mean, I met cool people along the way, but the fact that I know it's now is just like, oh, I just rather just go to a college just for the experience. Actually, go to a 4-year instead of community college just for the experience. Because for me, the degree is the same anywhere. Like looking back now.
John, that's a topic worth discussing. This college experiences. Like, what
Yeah.
did you get out of college?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Right. So, yeah, I guess, yeah, for me, I would just stick with what I have and just, make myself better in the future than in just really living the past. But okay, I'm trying to find a good question. Anyone in the chat, feel
I mean,
free.
Luis had a good question.
Yeah, Luis. Yeah, go ahead. What was your question?
You said you wanted to talk about college experience.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
no,
college
experience.
I was
we'll
just saying like that's something that could. I mean, that's a good conversational topic, because you said a degree is just a piece of paper in the end.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna stop with these hard questions, and we could just move over to that. I feel like there's a good topic as well.
It's just like those questions that you're asking. It's like it's like you
Yeah.
only have two choices, and you just have to pick one or the other.
Yeah.
It's like it's not very open. It's not very open ended, and then you run into like situations where it's like, okay, well, I mean, does this apply to this question? Like, oh, like the job one, right? Like, how long are you at the job? You start asking those kinds of questions.
Yeah, you ask more questions. Like questions get it's like, dude, it just comes so open ended. It's like you don't even go back to the original question because you're answering another question about that question. So it's just like so confusing. But your college. Let's I guess we can run it down about like our life after high school. I would say since going on with that question we had, with the knowledge you had now, would you have done anything different after high school? Besides nothing financial. Not talking about financial stuff. Obviously, yeah, I would love to invest in Tesla like in 2017, stuff like that. But let's keep that out of mind. Let's probably just do like life decisions that nothing financial. So you can't buy Bitcoin now as you could before. So would you like go to the same college you would have gone, or stuff like that, meet the same people you would have met? It's more like that.
Yeah, so like when I hear that like what you said, right? That the degree is just a piece of paper in the end. It reminds me of like a common question I got asked like in high school, right? I wanted to keep it on the low that I got into an Ivy League, right?
Yeah.
And the only reason people found out was because freaking Mr. Rosado, he opened his mouth, told Mr. Barnett, and then he told all the other faculty, and then like I guess like, the faculty told other students, and it's like, and anyways, there's a whole drama behind that, but it's like, a question that I got asked is like, would you have been happier going to an Ivy League than at Santa Clara, or would you have been happier um, going to a different school than at Santa Clara? And you know, at the end of the day, there's a lot of regrets that I have at my time at Santa Clara. I think in the end it was an enriching experience, but there's just uh, a lot of mistakes I feel I made, a lot of things that I wish I knew before
Mm-hmm.
um, going there that I would have known. Um, so you know, like going to Santa Clara, I was a commuter student all 4 years. I never lived on campus. I never lived in a dorm. I never lived away from home, and that's continually one of the biggest regrets that I've had coming out of college. Is I didn't have that experience of being self-sufficient,
Yeah.
and not only that, the whole point of college, you're right, it's just a piece of paper. It's a degree you get at the end, right?
Yeah.
And it's more of a symbol than anything that you accomplished 4 years of hard work.
Yeah.
But um, the key component, the main reason why anyone should go to college is networking. Right, the whole point of going to college is you get to know people who will take you places in life. Right, you meet a lot of your professors that can recommend you or refer you to professionals. They're the ones that write you recommendation letters so you can progress your education. Right, you can get your master's, you can get your PhD. Right, you meet a lot of friends that you want to keep after college, right? So you can network, right? Because they'll know people, and maybe they can refer you to other people, and so on. The network expands. That's the whole point of why I think you go to college, any college at all, right? Education's the same. Math is math, right? Um, Maybe a name from one school carries more weight to some people than others, right? I don't even think that matters in the long run, right? You apply to a job and they just see, oh, you got a PhD and you have certain years of experience. Like, who cares where you got it from? It's your work, and your experience is what shows more about you. But yeah, like that's a regret that I had that I wish I knew. I wish I spent at least a year living in a dorm so I can make more connections, make more friends. Because I spent pretty much 3 years in Santa Clara on my own, alone, barely knowing anybody, and struggling to network because I would just go to school, I would talk to them in the classroom, and then leave and go home. And then I would juggle my family life with also my work. Sometimes you know, there was times I was working like 3 jobs, like 3 or 4 jobs while going to school. And then I have my family life at home, and I never dedicated that time to network outside of my classrooms, and I think I suffered greatly. It wasn't until like kind of like my senior year that I found like some people that I still am friends with now that I've graduated, and I hope to keep in touch with for the rest of my life. Um, those are some deep regrets that I have about college.
Yeah, those are some good reflections. Some great thoughts there. Jason, you got anything to say? Doesn't have to be any. Your route was a little different. As I
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
My route's completely different. I mean, I went to culinary school for the first year,
Mm-hmm.
and then I moved on to like try to attempt to like do nursing.
Yeah.
I finished everything for nursing, was about to go into nursing, and then a couple things changed, and then I ended up in FedEx. And then now I am going to be like trying to do business management because I might as well move up in a company that is paying me a good lump of money.
Okay. Going back to the question, like, would you have done anything different from like anything after high school, or would you just stuck with the same route, stick where you were now, or
Honestly, I think I would have continued with culinary school 100%.
okay, yeah,
Yeah, I think I do regret not
uh-huh.
uh, fully pursuing culinary, but you know,
Yeah, dude,
shit happens. I learned a lot from it though, for
your
sure.
banana bread was so good, dude. The best banana bread I ever had, hands down, hands down. If anyone ever get the chance to try Jason's banana bread, you're missing out. I'm just saying. That's all I'm gonna say. Just saying.
Dude, I literally made it like a week ago, and then I ended up throwing it out because I hella forgot about it.
Oh man,
Sad,
sad,
sad.
sad.
for a
Um,
banana bread.
yeah, for me, like I think what I would for me my mindset what I would change from back then. So from high school, my route was I went to orientation at SJSU. Um, then I was like, nah, because I couldn't get the classes there. Then I went to De Anza for 2 years, which is a community college. Then I transferred to Davis. Um, what I would probably change was probably my mindset of things. I think I had my expectations too high after high school. I thought college was gonna be the thing, gonna be the huge banger, dude. You're just gonna meet some chicks, do some academics, cool beans, get a degree, get a job after high school, get a job after college immediately, stuff like that. But in my sense, that didn't really happen. I was like, I feel like in high school I was much more extroverted than I was in college, because when it came to college, for me personally, I had a hard time like asking questions in class. I just felt so weird sitting in a class of like 50 people, and those, you guys know how those classrooms are. They're kind of big. uh, they're just It just feels kind of weird to raise your hand and just to stop the lecture and just ask a question. And then I think my first experience at community college, I think the first class I took was like a calc class. And then the first professor I met, dude, that guy was a straight roaster, dude. I was so scared to like raise my hand. What's up, y'all? We're just doing a chat. But first time I rose my hand in class, or like I see people raise their hands, he would just roast people because they would talk about Stanford because he went to Berkeley. He's like, oh, this and that. It was like some type of elitism he just like showed, and I was just like, I was so afraid just to raise my hand in class and just answer and ask a question. But that's why I felt so lost sitting in a class at times, and I was just like, oh, dude, I don't know. I had like the hugest imposter syndrome. Like at that point, I was just like, oh fudge, I don't know if I like want to do this, but I stuck with it. But then it came to physics, and then I was like, fudge, nah, I'm switching majors. I just kept switching, and then like the second time around, I thought I would get into the school I really wanted to go to. I really wanted to go to Irvine because I just wanted to experience that certain lifestyle that people kind of project on their social medias and stuff. So I was just like, okay, but that didn't happen. I went to Davis, which is cool, but I met a group of friends that I would I would love to meet them again if it was like if they were the coolest friends I had. Besides you guys are a tad up there, built different a little, but but yeah, I think that for me, I would just probably change my mindset. Like I wouldn't have so much expectations. I kind of expected a job after college, but that didn't really happen. I'm still here, pretty much unemployed, which is very unfortunate. But
I mean, COVID.
Yeah, it's because of COVID for one, but
that doesn't help.
Yeah, that doesn't. It's like, oh, so I can't like, since that time has passed, I can't really look at my life as like, what if COVID never happened? Because it happened. So, yeah, for me, moreover, that's just my different mindset. Probably would have just went to college for the experience instead of the degree, as of like what I've learned from now.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's getting pretty late tonight. I'm about to I guess we can conclude it here. Great talking to you guys. You guys got any parting words for the stream?
Yeah, thanks for having us. And I think if I could give any of my 2 cents, it would be maybe have some better questions prepared.
Yeah, dude.
and I guess the whole point is, when you say typical tangents, you go on a tangent.
Yeah.
You talk about something that brings up something else.
Yeah.
That brings up something else, and it just keeps going. if you have questions that just have like like this, just one or the other, I feel like that's limiting.
Yeah, I should have
Oh.
just stuck with like the original. Just go with topics instead of questions. Probably would make more
Yeah,
sense. Yeah.
because I mean, I think there are a good amount of relevant topics right now,
Yeah,
right?
maybe
Like,
stocks or
the world.
something. Stonks.
Oh my god.
GME.
Marathon oil, bro. You better buy marathon oil.
Maybe we can talk about that next week on next week's segment. Yeah. So, you guys have any parting words? Go ahead. Yeah, you guys got anything to say?
No, not really. I just thank you, John, again for having us on.
Yes.
Yeah, no problems, dude. I hope. Yeah, thanks for coming, agreeing to come on the first episode of Typical Tangents. I hope Hamza is gonna be here next week at least. It's unfortunate he wasn't here today.
Yeah, I think we just need to give him like a 2 week. Like,
Dude, I told
heads up,
him I told him like the day before, but or like 2 days before as well. So yeah. Well, yeah, I'm gonna go end my stream real quick. I'm gonna talk to you guys after. So.
All right, for sure.
Alrighty.
All right, thanks for coming on. Later, guys.
Yeah, later.